Imagine you are standing on the surface of Charon, the largest and closest moon of Pluto. You are wearing a special spacesuit that protects you from the extreme cold and low gravity. You look around and see a barren, rocky landscape, covered with craters and cracks. The sky is dark, except for a bright star that is actually Pluto, looming large over the horizon. You can see some of its other moons, such as Nix and Hydra, orbiting around it. You feel a sense of awe and wonder, as you are witnessing a sight that few humans have ever seen. You decide to explore a bit, and you jump into the air. You are surprised by how high and far you can leap, thanks to the weak gravity of Charon, which is only about 0.3% of Earth's. You land softly on the ground, leaving a small imprint on the dusty surface. You notice that the dust is mostly made of water ice, mixed with some organic compounds and ammonia. You wonder if there is any life hidden beneath the ice, or if you are the only living thing on this frozen world. You walk towards a large crater, which is about 10 kilometers, 6.21 miles, across and 3 kilometers, 1.86 miles, deep. You see that the crater has a smooth floor, unlike the rough terrain around it. You realize that this is because the crater was formed by an impact that melted the ice, creating a temporary lake. Over time, the lake froze again, leaving behind a flat surface. You also see some dark patches on the crater floor, which are signs of cryovolcanism, or ice volcanoes. These volcanoes erupt with a mixture of water, ammonia, and methane, creating plumes that reach up to 100 kilometers, 62.13 miles, high. You wonder what causes these eruptions, and if they have any effect on Charon's thin atmosphere. You reach the edge of the crater, and you look down. You see a spectacular view of the crater's interior, with its smooth floor and dark spots. You also see some cracks on the crater wall, which are evidence of tectonic activity. You learn that Charon has a partially differentiated interior, meaning that it has a core, a mantle, and a crust. The core is made of rock, the mantle is made of ice, and the crust is made of more ice. The core and the mantle generate heat, which causes the crust to expand and contract, creating cracks and faults. You wonder how much heat is left in Charon's interior, and how long it will last. You decide to descend into the crater, and you use your jetpack to fly down. You feel a slight drag, which is the result of Charon's weak atmosphere. The atmosphere is mostly made of nitrogen, with traces of carbon monoxide and methane. It is very thin, with a surface pressure of only 0.00001 pascals, or about 1 billionth of Earth's. The atmosphere is also very variable, depending on Charon's distance from Pluto and the Sun. When Charon is closer to Pluto, it receives more heat and radiation, which causes some of the ice to sublimate, or turn directly into gas. When Charon is farther from Pluto, it cools down, and some of the gas condenses, or turns back into ice. You wonder how this cycle affects Charon's climate and weather. You land on the crater floor, and you walk towards one of the dark patches. You see that it is a mound of frozen material, with a hole in the center. You realize that this is the vent of an ice volcano, and you approach it cautiously. You see a puff of gas come out of the hole, followed by a spray of liquid. You quickly step back, as the liquid freezes in mid-air, forming tiny ice crystals. You watch as the crystals fall to the ground, creating a thin layer of frost. You wonder what secrets lie beneath the surface of Charon, and what surprises await you on your journey.